With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try to run it like crazy? Or do you challenge it? This is going to be fun.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Amulikin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A big play there for Indy. 45 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You look at this Colt defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Again, it's Lawrence. Nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Jaguars at 8-4 now in the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Handoff running left is ETN. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
And the Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Lawrence. That's caught by Myers. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. This is Thomas. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the 1st touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. From the shotgun, Richardson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They go play action with Richardson. Down the field, he's got one. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And Richardson back to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Richardson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. That is caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
24 yards. And the Colts, 1st down. 24-yard gain on the play.
Richardson looking to throw this. Now a run here off the RP. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson, 15 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game has been looming on both of their schedules.
Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for the Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He completes it to Hunter. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route.
and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, we see him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They think he can win every battle.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Jaguars.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Yeah, pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Richardson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Lawrence will throw. And Thomas has it. Touchdown, Jaguars! Brian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down.
He's got him in. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw. A short one there, caught by Warren. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Now Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. Touchdown Colts. Josh Downs, 28 yards. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
Yeah, I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught. Touchdown Jaguars. Brian Thomas on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Right after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2 yards to go, second down. Here's Richardson to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw now on first down. This taken in by Downs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Open man is Myers. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace,
Sauce Gardner picks it off. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31.
well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
ETN up the middle. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 38-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, 38 yards. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
42. Colts 28. Cam Little the kickoff for the Jaguars.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the last time out, they had a good drive going. You get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up. You end up throwing a pick. Everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out. I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
10. Looking to throw. Richardson. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
That complete to Downs. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to the air with Richardson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. They'll look to throw again. A quick hitter complete. It's Taylor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, Richardson. He's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now in Jacksonville. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Richardson finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. First target, first catch, and a first down. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade and Lurikin. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Lawrence to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Sets up fourth down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now it's Richardson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. There he goes again. And finally marked down at the 23. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Alec Pierce, 29 yards. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Richardson will throw for it. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line, so this is going to come out to the 35.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in inning rush offensively. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jaguars, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Who's ready for some December football? Hi everyone, Scott Hansen here, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 14. Plenty of action to get you caught up on. We'll start in Jacksonville. The Jaguars at home to take on the Indianapolis Colts. And it's the rookie, the two-way sensation, Travis Hunter. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's the man they call KLS, Keandre Lambert-Smith. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns taking on the Tennessee Titans. And here it's the Browns defense getting it done. They forced the mistake out of the rookie quarterback. That's going to hurt because this one is taken back all the way. Touchdown. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week right here on EA Sports.